Is this shit fucking working? Okay, Twitch is good. Let's check the old YouTuberoo. I don't see chat yet. Higher class bum, holy shit. What up, dog? How you doing? Why is the chat not showing? Fucking Sebastian, Edward Smith, Jealousy Game Rock, Sunny Day, Equity, Aldo 1776, Glizzy with Mustard, Jonathan, Francisco, Audrey, Woper, Vic, Dean. What up, boys and grills? How we doing? Yeah, it's great to see everybody. It's been a little bit. Right when I thought I was back, it just kicked off another leg of me not being back. Ty motherfucking Jones, what up, man? Holy shit. I missed you fuckers. I always do. Love the content, man. You're not afraid to speak the truth, and I appreciate it. That's what it's all about, dude. That's what it's all about. It's been I don't even know where to start. I love talking with you guys because like we got a little family here, and evidently I'm the father that went to go get milk and never really came back. But it's always great fucking talking with everybody and trying to get back into the swing of things. I saw the who was it? Gavin, the Elliott Wave guy. He had tweeted about GameStop and he was like, it's I don't know if he was memeing or not, but he was like, Moaz is here, Moaz is here. And I'm not here to say that it is. I'm just trying to give some context to the little realization or like the catalyst for me getting excited and diving into something. So, and like someone's gonna be like, oh my god, he's a GME maxi, nah. Which I don't think he's a maxi. Yo, Ramon, what up? And it doesn't even matter. Like I'm at the point where it's like, if you're like a self-proclaimed maximist or zealot or whatever, I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore. It's so stupid. I think like inverted Gavin. Shout support, motherfucker. Choppy audio or just me? I don't know, chat. I hope it's good. Oh, this might fix some things. How's this? Is this better? Just you? Okay. Fucking shit. But like if someone is a self-proclaimed maxi or whatever, like it's so stupid. And like here I am going into this rhetorical rhythm and like dialect, for lack of a better word. Here's me where I start to lecture. This is the voice and the cadences. But it just doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. It's so stupid. And ultimately, like, it goes all the way. Like this is we're going way back. We're going way back here. Like when this channel started, it was all about just research and meaningful dialogue and like just legitimate, authentic conversation or debate where you can be adults. And if you want to act like children, you can. And everybody knows that you're acting like a child. And so it sets up these boundaries socially and like idealistically. So the maxi thing is stupid. I don't know why I got into a tangent on this. Yeah, maxi pads. But anywho, the soapbox rhetoric speech aside, so he started tweeting. Let me see if he wants to come on the stream. Where was it? That's one of them. Oh yeah, this. So like, yo, Kurt, thank you, man. So I saw this like an hour or an hour and a half ago, and I was like, let me go and look. Let me see what's going on. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, I recommend that you do. At that guy Astro. I've been tweeting a lot. Basically, like all of the lack of presence on YouTube, I've been substituting with just tweeting. Like Adderall Astro, it's a nice change of pace. No more Addy for me. As you can see, I've gained a little bit of weight. We're getting there. So I've been mainly tweeting like updates and observations and whatnot. So I've been following GameStop and AMC really closely, and throughout however long it's been, there's been a lot of coverage regarding. Damn, who's that stud? There's been a lot of coverage regarding like what's going on with the Wyckoff sniper shit. And I think the most recent motherfuck. Was it June 21st? So this was like last Monday. There's one in particular. Oh yeah, this one. So GameStop was coming up onto Tony, what up? Good to see ya. Fucking Rufus, Jesus Christ. I keep like looking at the chat and I see all these names that I remember. Jack, what up, dude? So this whole like daily trigger thing. This is important because when you have a daily trigger, it's not like, okay, there's a line there and it's important, right? There's a reason to it. So what the Wyckoff sniper does is tracks what are known as UTADs, which in terms of like, for the layman, think of like the highest highs before something starts to fall off. Your volume is very low. What? Is this any better? Possibly, maybe. One more time, maybe. I don't fucking know. Feels like last summer? Yeah. I got a point to make about that, too. How's the volume now? You're fine? Oh, okay. So what I know a lot of people have already been voice of an angel. I know a lot of people have been following this side of the research for a while, like this segment regarding the indicator. But to those who haven't been, and just to give a quick little recap, the red lines. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna try to clean this up. JK, fuck. Which one is it? I hate my life. There we go. Fuck, there's no chat. Your hair is fantastic, I know. Yo, Astro, my man, missed you. Big time, bro. Much love. Bring back the old school. Yo, appreciate you, man. Working on it. I try to balance like every part about my life is about being authentic, right? And you always have to be careful saying this kind of shit, because the moment you proclaim yourself as like a saint, your fuck ups become uh, very much highlighted. But regardless of that, I try to do everything that I do with authenticity and like genuine motive. So if I'm not feeling a stream, um, like I hate jumping on and then trying to act like I'm happy with whatever's going on, or you know I don't want to contrive ever. So that's been a big reason why I haven't been around on the live streams. Um, on top of like I got a bunch of shit going on that everybody's gonna be happy with. Um, it's gonna be like a resurrection to the channel. But I digress. I do miss it though. I do miss this shit. Nothing was more authentic than blasting Halo and Batman screaming, "Come on, bitch!" Okay, so back to this real quick. So the Wyckoff sniper is basically tracking and predicting where you would see your highest highs happen. Traditionally, you would use moving averages. Yo, Jace, what up, dog? Traditionally, you would use moving averages, which again is something that really goes unexplained. People know what they are, but they don't know why a moving average is a moving average, and it's literally just a moving average. But there's significance to that, because if you can properly understand how a moving average behaves and like the difference between an exponential and a simple, that gives you more context that you can start to do some interplay with throughout other indicators. So to go back again for the 50th time, this is tracking where your highest highs would occur on a daily time frame, and the blue is tracking where your lowest lows would occur on a daily time frame. So whatever your time frame is, it's tracking the highest highs and lowest lows. All right. You can see that we've caught down here twice, and this was actually an undiscovered level for a while. The chart had to continue behaving for us to have data to know what is where, because this only operates off of identifying Wyckoff schematics. Amy coming through tomorrow? I think so. We're gonna get to that. Let me make sure the alerts are on. Thank you to everybody who is subbed or donated or all that shit. Okay. Right. So highest highs, lowest lows. There are two lines to depict this. We have the brighter one, and is also a little thicker. That is what is known as the rubber band. And this is a more reactive tracking of your UTADs and your springs. Whereas the one that isn't highlighted, it might be a little hard to see. But this right here is like a macro UTAD, is kind of a way to think of it. So on the daily, we've been rejected off of this so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times we have been rejected off of that. Going back to Mr. Gavin's tweet, wherever the fuck that went. There was one screenshot that he had. This is separate. This is Amy, though. She's been in accumulation for a long time, as you can see by the Wyckoff stuff. I don't know if I can find it. Anywho, okay, so this is why I went live. right here. Let me delete this. Now I'm not calling for people to lose their shit. I'm not calling for MOAS. I want to make that clear real quick too, because I haven't done this on video in quite a while. I don't fucking predict MOAS. I've never attempted to. All of my forecasts, all of my predictions, and this is and that, has had nothing to do with MOAS. Okay? I don't speculate on that. I still think there is a chance for it to happen, but that has never, ever, ever been anything that I have forecasted. It is all about the cyclical, episodic, thematic squeezes that seem to happen roughly once a quarter. Okay, we got that out of the way. Great. I'm going to remove the candles just so we can see, like, the skeleton here. So this is the weekly chart. Is the Wyckoff sniper predictive, reactive, or both? Sort of both. More so leaning towards reactive. It's hard for me to explain anything concrete without giving away the secret sauce. I need to grab a water real quick. Give me 1 second. Yes, Dad, we do have beer. Astro my nizzle. What up, man? I hope the run-up is violent. That's what it's starting to look like. Are my fucking alerts working? I don't think my alerts are working. What the fuck? Has anyone subscribed on Twitch or done the fucking member thing on YouTube? Okay, never mind. It's working. Okay. Daddy shredded. Hashtag DILF. Yeah, we're getting there. I took a interesting approach to the whole working out thing. I got these variable dumbbells, variable weight dumbbells. This is some like big brain shit. So I've got these fucking dumbbells that you can change the weight on. And so what I do is, depending on the day, and depending on if I'm long or short, and depending on what direction the market is moving, I'll literally just start lifting as I'm like processing the anxiety of whatever's to happen. Yo, Brian, thanks for your money, bitch. Appreciate it. Like, if fund managers allocated 100 basis points to like a gym for their office, I feel like not only would they be more profitable, but they could bring in some extra dough on the side doing like fitness shows or whatever the fuck they're called. Yo, doctor, thank you, man. And thank you for all the fucking the DMs and shit you send. I feel awful because you send me so much stuff and I keep waiting for like a good time to try and reply. But as with everything else in my life, I don't. Can you explain how moving averages are calculated? Yeah, so where's my whiteboard? gonna see if I can find my drawing device thing. I know it's around here somewhere. And I just moved my entire setup back into my old office too, so everything's in disarray. Fuck my life. Okay, I have no idea where that went. So you're gonna have to deal with my mouse and keyboard fucking handwriting. Lit. Okay. So I'm really hoping I don't fuck this up. Okay, so when you have a price chart, you've got money on the y-axis, obviously, and then you have time on the x, right? Okay, so we're just going to assume a range of 0 to $5. JK, that's a 4. I can't even do basic arithmetic, and here I am trying to explain fucking arithmetic. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, cool. All right, let's just assume that this is like the daily. Let's say day 1 you're at $3, and then day 2 you're at 2, day 3 you're at 1, and then day 4 you're at 4. So obviously, like, you'd have ranges here because that's what candlestick charts are for. But we're not going to worry about that because we're just worried about the close. So what does the price actually close at? So the range we have here, or like the series we have here, is 3214. And what a moving average is doing is it's a moving average. But when you actually add one, you typically have an argument that you can use, or an input called length, right? And so the length is how many iterations you're sampling. So like this one is set by default to 9. Because we only have 4 iterations here, let's just assume we're using 2. So for every 2 of these, we have this rolling average. So right here, we go from, what the fuck is this, 3 to 2? So the average of that would be 2.5. So our moving average would be plotted at 2.5. And that's where you would find it. Right? And so then after that, it's sampling the next 2, which we have at 2 and 1. So we would be at 1.5, right? If you're averaging something, you just add up the series and then divide by the member count. And then for the final, you go from, what is this, 1 to 4? So that would be 2.5 again. So it's this rolling window of averages. And it's really important, like, as stupid and redundant as an explanation like that sounds, there's different ways that you can calculate those moving averages. Because if you're doing a simple moving average, it's, god damn it, there goes the stream. JK, we're good, I think. Okay. So like, what's important though is that if you're using a simple moving average, the formula is just that, where you're just rolling by 2 and then calculating and plotting. Whereas if you're using an exponential, you're weighting the value of the most recent more than the first iteration. So like, I don't know. I don't know if I can napkin math my way through this. If we have a length of 4, we'd be summing up all of this. Fuck my life. Okay, we're going to stick with 2. Right? So if we're going from 3 to 2, we would actually be weighting this 2 greater the average value. That's why if you look at an exponential moving average, it seems to be a little bit more jagged, and that's because it's weighting the most recent values with a greater coefficient. I hope that made sense. I don't remember who asked the question, but I hope that answered it. Hey there, you cock smoker. What up, Bill Burger? Length or girth? That's the question. Almost 1 year since I found Daddy Astro. Salute. Maybe a glass of milk will help calm you down. Such that I hate you. Okay. Let's get back to the crux of this. So why did I go live and why am I excited, right? Because this has never happened before. So the weekly, in terms of like how significant a breakout point is, as far as sniper readings go, the bigger the time frame, the more significance the movement has implied to it. Now, I typically use 3 instances of the sniper. I have the length set to 11, 21, and 31, and then the sensitivity is set to 0.5. Looking at the weekly, we have what is known as a triple cluster, and the profile of this has gone sideways. It is horizontal, which means that in the past it's been going down, which means that your breakout points are descending, which is in theory good. The problem, however, is if it's descending, that also means it's going down. So you have this dichotomy going on that is really up to whoever's analyzing to decide if it's good or bad that it's going down. Fuck. I'll go to I'm going to use Amy as an example. Okay, so this is Amy on the left. All right, this is AMC on the 5-minute. This is GameStop on the weekly. So we were talking about why the like the angle profile is important when you're looking at the Wyckoff sniper readings. Maybe we'll do the 30-minute for this. Yeah. It's like, this is a good example. This is back from late May of this year. Amy had a nice little rip from 1039 up to 1613. That's a 60% move. Very, very considerable. And you saw the UTAD regions start to descend, and this is a natural reaction per the indicator. And initially we had a support formed out of it. You can see that the bottom wick bounced almost down to the penny. It was off by 1 penny. So this particular instance of the indicator saw the UTAD region as a support. So the highest high that we're reading has become a support. And by no coincidence, did you also see another, support twice actually. Initially it was a rejection, and then it broke out. Caught support at the open, support, not quite support because it's a little far away, but same point. The problem is this UTAD band started to come down, and that's a reaction to how the chart is moving. This actually became a resistance. There's this implicit like air pocket is kind of how you can think of it. And then we also had another form of resistance take place. Yo, Rick, thanks for your money, bitch. Welcome to the shit show. It's also starting to storm outside, so if I go offline, that's probably why. Resistance, another form of resistance. As the UTAD band started to descend, this was actually a sign of resistance. So there's two ways you can interpret that. One, that your region for a breakout is becoming lower. So if you do have an impulsive candle form, and that resistance is within a local proximity, if it has enough of an impulsive move, it would break out, in theory. The other side of that token is your ceiling is becoming lower and lower. And again, it's up to whoever is analyzing to decide that, and that's where you have to be careful of your own biases. Cool, forgot I opened a yellow GME call to expire this Friday. Want to wake up to GME? I'm not ready to give targets yet, but it's looking really fucking good. So good that I've gone live for the first time in months. So for whatever that is worth to y'all. Cheers, by the way. Q Dragon Force and come on, bitch. Yeah. Let me tweet the stream real quick. Okay, cool. Right. Later on with this, you started to see a literal squeeze take place that unfortunately did not come to fruition. But there was a channel formed out of two of the UTAD regions. Love you, Astro. Yo, Pineapple, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Love the mustache. It is most exquisite. I got some patchiness, but don't worry. Puberty will kick in here soon for me. I'm only 23. Right. Again, you had your open take place at one of the UTAD bands, and your close taking place at the UTAD band below it. So a literal squeeze effect. If you go back to the original squeeze back in January, you can also see this take place. Yo, lady, thank you. If you're hot, send me a DM. Yeah, this is what you want to see when you're following like a squeeze play, or there's a particular stock or crypto of some sort that is being heavily accumulated. Basically, anytime you have some chart that is being held low in anticipation of it going high. And that is this right here, where you have a higher time frame, relatively speaking, right? So this is the 30-minute. You have a high time frame that has a relative floor of accumulation. Yo, Bill Bergier for the $5 super chat. Thanks for your money, bitch. Appreciate it. Wait, was there a message with that? Video game controller poses triumphantly in between the words. What? Why are my alerts so fucked? More like gay talk with AMC fart, says Kane. What does that even mean? I know there's shit talk to it, but it literally doesn't make sense. It's like the edgy kid on the playground who heard like the first your mom roast in his life at dinner with his family or something, and then tries to take it to the playground the next day and has no context to how to actually use it. Yo, Crazy Cajun, what up, man? No one knows what it means. It's provocative. It gets the chat going. This is a great point, Cannonball. I'd also like to make an announcement that Cannonball is the official Astro meme ambassador. I missed the daytime live streams. Allows me to work and listen to... Wait, what? I missed the daytime live streams. Allows me to work and listen to Hotline Action. Those may be coming back soon. Oh, here's why I don't have any fucking... Okay. I figured it out. Why is it not? What? Yo, B Simo. Thanks for your money, bitch. Stutter who? Thank you. Who made that original? Who made this? Who made the cock and ball pattern like that? Oh, Christ. Wait, what? Why did it just go twice? What do you mean? Thank you, thank you. You're alive. Welcome back. Now, can we squeeze, please? Possibly. Tony, I love you so much. Thank you. Sake. Tony, back when this channel was relevant, would buy my caffeine every fucking morning. Typically after me being live for like 9 hours, and it being only 9 a.m. that day. So she hands down powered the 24-hour streams. Yo, Rhino, thanks for your money, bitch. Appreciate it. AMC, please? Yeah, I'll get to it. Tony, I fucking, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. If I'm ever in the Naples area, I'll let you know. Oops, I didn't mean to give out where you live. If you're ever near Tampa, shoot me a DM and we'll get coffee or something. Chances of Jimmy hitting 200. Looking very likely, perhaps even more. Fuck me, daddy, says Mikey. Maybe. Okay. Wait. Cannonball, can you type one more time just so I can mod you? I can't find your fucking name in here. I'm in the nipples area all day, cuz. Yo, nice. Bro, it's thundering outside kind of badly. Where? I see Cannonball in my live stream chat, but not in the YouTube live stream chat. This is some bullshit. Wait, are you on Twitch? Fuck my life. Bro, it's getting fucking interesting outside. It looks really shitty. Where did this even come from? Hold on. Literally the one time I go live in months, and this is the result. Why is it not? I'm trying to turn off the fucking camera blur. You fucking motherfucker. It's okay, chat. I'm still here. Daddy is still here. Okay. It looks like dog shit outside. The camera isn't fucking picking up. You can't even, like, it looks like it's sunny outside, but it looks like all hell's about to break loose. Okay. Okay. Where the fuck was I? Looks gorgeous there? It's really not.
How much, bitch? How much you donate?
Here you go, brother Fargdick, kissing face.
Fuck you, Jared. Oh, I got this as a prop. This is like a relatively authentic Vietnam era bullet sponge for your head. It was like $60 on Amazon, so it probably cost $3 to make, but totally worth it. It looks shitty. It looks really shitty. Amy finna bus? There's a very excellent chance, and I will get to that once again as soon as I'm done fucking about. Thank you so much, Jared. Thank you, man. Spent 16 years in prison. You sure do have a pretty mouth, biatch. Okay. Me and you have the same exact hair, except mine is 6 inches longer. It's not the first time I've heard that. 25 for AMC this week? Getting there. Hold on. If you guys are enjoying the stream, follow, like, sub, fondle my balls. You know the huge. Very much appreciate it. Thank you all for coming out. Can I put this on my head with the headset? No, I cannot. Okay. Yo, hey man, what up? Oh god, it looks like it's getting windy now. Yo, Astro, I think you got me banned on YouTube because I called you Brad Pitt one time. Probably. The Legend 27. Can I unban via commands? Nope, that doesn't work. It's getting real. It's like progressively becoming worse. Chat, the little moving average lesson we just had, it's exponentially getting worse outside. Why did it not read? Jesus fuck. Yo, what the fuck? Dude. This might be my last live stream, boys. Like, there's random spurts of it just being fucking shitty. And of course, when I try to do it on camera, it just doesn't do it. Came for the fractal dirty talk, staying for the hurricane. I hate you. It like, literally, it's like God just deployed like a gust of wind that was rather aggressive and scared the shit out of me about 2 minutes ago. That tree is not having it. No, it's not. Okay. Alright, so what was the point of this? I lost all my money on stock trading. Thanks, Astro. You're very welcome. See, there's somebody who owns up to their own financial mishaps.
How much, bitch? How much you donate?
Long on OG MILFs and our precious stocks. Thanks for building a beautiful indicator and all you and Uncle Jim do with creating tools. It was a wild summer listening to Morgan Freeman and the Julia Fractals, Soldier of Fortune.
Yo, man, thank you so fucking much. Thank you so fucking much. I don't want to be like it's all coming back, because I'm not certain of it, but I'm ready to get back into this thing, and at least as far as like YouTube goes. But it's been like the experience of a lifetime, being at the front of all this with everybody here. It's been fucking crazy. Like, I've gotten I've heard through the grapevine of Discord members that there are people who have become millionaires in the Discord because of not me directly, but our collective education and just coming together. People have literally become millionaires, amongst other very, very, very admirable gains, to say the least. So it's been incredible, man. Like it's always been about learning, and if you find learning fun, you normally go pretty far in life. And we've got a community full of people who enjoy learning and have fun learning. So thank you so fucking much, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yo, Rainier, what up? So we're getting a curvy cock and balls, or will it just be a slight boner with a chance of softy? Getting there. I'm sorry. Okay. So, right. This. So if you're looking for, like, squeeze action, or if you're looking at a particular... God, fuck. Every time I try to, like, get back into moving this thing forward, it just gets worse outside. Anytime you're looking for... Okay, we're good. Anytime you're looking for, like, there's a stock that is waiting to be marked up, right? Or a crypto or whatever it is. And this implies inversely as well, all right? If there's a stock that keeps going up or a crypto that keeps going up, and, like, that in the background there's going to be a rug pull of some sort, right? You'd be looking for the same behavior, but with the red lines, the distribution lines. In the former case of looking for something that's about to go up, you find a stable floor of accumulation. So you can click in the top left of TradingView where the symbol is. You can click the eyeball icon, and that turns off the candles. And this gives you a better view of where your spring regions are at, where the blue is. Yo, Benny, what up, man? So when you have a floor that continues to rise and then gets pulled back down, all right, that's your first condition. And then the second, where you have your UTAD region begin to descend down and the floor is still where it's at. This is where you have a literal squeeze happen. There is no more range. There's no more range to accumulate. And now you have a markup being called for while still maintaining the same floor. So in English, what does this mean? If we turn the chart back on, you can see that there was a literal squeeze that happened all the way back in early January, or late January of 21, where you had resistance at your UTAD. This is AMC, by the way, on the 30-minute. Before that, before even the resistance, you had a spring out or a spring up, right? A triple cluster of accumulation. Broke out, established a new range, but still nowhere, there was no UTAD in sight. Came back down, and then you started to gracefully, like, begin to fly. You would bounce off of the accumulation bands nearly perfectly. You finally had a UTAD appear. Initially rejected, tried to break through, rejected 3 times right here. Had support technically. Will you fuck off? You had support right here. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder or not, but literally every time I begin to talk. Why do you message me and then disappear every single time? Ha! Rico the Shill. Let's go ahead and give him a call. Why are you not a mod either? I can't. Hold on. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Hello?
Hello?
Good afternoon, caller. You're on the air.
What's going on, man? Is
Holy
my mic
shit,
good?
that
I'm
was
traveling
loud.
right now, so I don't know if it's...
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. It's
Okay.
just strumming like a motherfucker right now. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Give me 5 minutes to finish my little speech real quick, okay?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Rico the Shill, ladies and gentlemen. He will be returning very soon. All right, so we started getting like this liftoff phase. The UTAD appeared, and then there were multiple attempts to break out of it, none sufficing. Came back down and got tangled back up in the accumulation again, right? This would be regarded as an SOS, I believe, technically, and then you have a little reaccumulation taking place right before running to like $20, which is like a 900% return. The most important part is this right here, where you had a literal squeeze effect happen. Fuck. So this is why the sniper is such an important tool for me. And this was primarily why it was made. It was originally made for AMC and GameStop. When you have these regions that serve as pivotal supports and pivotal resistances, I'll make this blue. Fuck my life. Okay. So you have these very, very, very important channels where you have what is actually an SOS with a little miniature reaccumulation before going off 900%. But if you look at where the accumulation bands take place, what the fuck did I just do? Where's my fucking brush? But look where you have your accumulations and distributions at. So you had a literal squeeze happen right before the squeeze. Further confirmation can be found as you go up to higher and higher time frames. So the more that you see this happening, or the higher the time frame that you see this happening, the more significant it is. Where's the chart? Hello? Yeah. So yeah, here we go. So this is now on the 1 hour. Same thing. If we go to the next phase of this, so when it went from a low of 214 all the way up to 334, so that's like a 50-60% gain right there alone. You know, in retrospect, a 50 to 60% gain is huge. You know, if this was any other stock during any other time on the internet, I think most people would have just left there, right? You got a 50 to 60% run on a stock. That's huge, just by standard terms. But the sniper wasn't done. So what did the sniper do? Well, it caught a resistance here and a resistance here, and a support here and a support here. What does this mean? Well, not only do we have support in what is the highest of highs region, right? That's what this in layman's terms means. We're tracking the highs of 3 different time frames, and those highs are being seen as support. Like literally something like this. After you go up and then you catch a support right here, you know, in general terms, that's a pretty good pattern to see on a chart. So now we're extrapolating that idea to a derivative, to a new way of looking at price, which is all the sniper does. We're seeing that there are supports being crafted out of it. So we had a little, I think this is technically a doji. I don't know. Maybe fucking Rico knows. But we fell out of the channel just by a hair. We got rejected here. Now that would have been pretty sketchy because you have a long ways back down to that initial range. But we have a triple cluster. And this was a descending wedge on low volume, right? Which I'm sure there's a fucking alert that went off for that. Let's see. I don't know if the alerts go that far back. Anywho, but that aside, we had a triple cluster breakout. So we have 3 overlapping resistances that the moment you break out of them would just, in this context, without knowing that it had already been compressed so much, any triple cluster breakout like this is important. We also saw that we had a little rejection off of here, and our range was, Jesus fucking Christ. The range was being compressed as well, if you look at the candle bodies. So most people would have probably just left it there. It's now at almost $4. That's a 100% move. But then, following day, it broke out again of a triple cluster, but this wasn't any ordinary triple cluster. This was a macro triple cluster, as noted by the thinner, darker red lines. We even had a support being caught down to the literal fucking penny, I think. Yeah. It caught the support there. That is a huge confirmation. And this was when it was at $3.85. And then again, as we approached further and further, this is obviously the beautiful cock and ball pattern. It went again. And this time there was no real range to track, I think. Actually, it's JK. Yeah, even on the daily, we caught the rejection here. The Wyckoff sniper sniffed out the rejection, also sniffed out a support right here. And then, once again, another key rejection that implied it was going down. Here's what, like, this was the, yeah, that's the AMC chart. So here was the, like, this was my, what do you call it? The chart I'm about to show you, or like the particular setup I'm about to show you, was like my control study when I was writing this indicator. So everything since January on the 4-hour, or I'm sorry, no, this is the 2-hour. We were catching support all the way from a high of like $16, $17 down to $5.50. We were catching support at the UTADs. Can you live replay? Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, thank you. That's a fantastic idea. So when I was writing this indicator, like, I had been talking with Uncle Jim, Bam, an amazing guy. If anyone talks shit about him, you're getting banned, because he's fucking amazing and he's actually really wise. So Bam was always talking about, though, that the setup that AMC had from circa mid-February to late May was like the perfect runway, and that it was like the most pristine example of his model at work. So I was like, okay, well, maybe there's something very unique about that setup. So let me try to build my model around what Bam is claiming to be one of the most symptomatic instances. So we're going to play this now. This is starting all the way back in late December of 2020. This is a bars replay, so we get to watch the chart play itself out. And this is on the 2-hour chart. So here we have a constant, like, suffocating effect, right? Where we're constantly being rejected from the accumulation bands. Rejected again right here. Yeah, it started to get some action. Rejected there, rejected there. We're now approaching mid-January of 21. This is an important feature right here. So seeing the accumulation bands start to lift, right? There's actually a feature on here called show linear regression trend that makes a separate depiction of what accumulation is doing. But not even using that, when you see the accumulation bands start to lift, that means that you're having higher and higher floors. So after going down at like a 45-degree angle, it started to balance and started to point up. And that's huge. And of course, that's where you started seeing supports being formed within that. Like right here, 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 here. And now we're approaching the initial channel where the squeeze actually happened, right? We see the UTAD band starting to approach. Now, given we've already been so low for so long and the accumulation is starting to recover, seeing this come down doesn't necessarily mean a rejection with the context of things that are starting to come higher. Yeah, look at those rejections. So now we're essentially reaccumulating because we're up 50 to 60% at this point. Perfect rejection off of here, but still held the range. Caught support right down here. I hope everyone can see that. This is why this fucking indicator is so important. Mods, por favor. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. 5, 13, and 21. That's a good setup. That's a good setup. Give me 1 second. What's Discord? It's in the description. What the fuck? Why? How the fuck? Got it. Cool. Okay, we're good. All right, no more spam. All right. All right, so let's get back to the replay here. Same C on the 2-hour chart, sitting at January 21st of 21. Caught support here. All right, now here we have, right, so that was a big move there. A 2.5 cluster breakout, we could call it, because you have the 2 accumulation bands, and then 1 distribution band also taking place. Going up from, just a few sessions prior, it was 218. Now it has hit a high of 375, so it's like a 75% gain. We had caught support here, a rejection that was very close to here, and same with this. Nonetheless, it's still a very good-looking chart. Also had caught support right here, so this further implies more move. And there you have the move of January. Now the sniper hasn't even caught up to that because this is uncharted territory, no pun intended. But that is a triple cluster breakout right there with distribution alone. Now where we're at currently in time, there's actually accumulation clusters that we're sitting on. We'll get to that in a bit. Again, after that run, we were still within the range of the distribution regions. So people who were trying to jump out still had more room to get action on this play. Just from here, because we had a support catch here, here, A little bit of a resistance there, but nonetheless closed at a support. Again, another bounce right here. You get another big move, and then that's kind of where things start to decline. It even captured the gap down. Right? And it also caught a support right here. This thing is incredible. I will never not have pride about this. 2 rejections again. Just to zoom out, now we're going into early February. Look where our UTAD regions are sitting. We bounced perfectly off of it. So again, to like add more context, if this were any other stock at any other point in time, okay, so we're separating from the ape rhetoric here. We're talking in general terms. If this were any other stock, most people would have sold out by now. In retrospect, having this tool, you can see that we have caught support at a very important part of the chart, right? Because again, the red lines are representing the highest highs. It's a unique way of calculating it. So we've caught support here. It's sitting at, call it 550, right? Rejection here, support again. We're having another little squeeze episode happen between these 2 channels. Right? Again, another very important part. We got pulled down under that macro UTAD region. And the moment that it escaped, it jumped from 550 to 626. That's a 20% gain. Here it is happening again. Same thing. It caught support within this channel, right? Bounced off of here. Again, that's another confirmation that you have more move coming. Right. So let's look at this again. We had a double cluster breakout. Yo, Avid, what up? Do you trade ETFs or futures at all? I like to play with ETFs, no futures though. So we had caught support within that channel, right? And then the move that followed was from 587 up to 786. That's about a 55% gain. Caught support right here. Gapped back up. And there you have again that move in late February. Right? Support, support, support. And then we broke out of a macro UTAD. Caught support right here. Like this thing is just fucking crazy. Look at the fucking rejection there. Again, to the penny. And where do you where on the chart, if we draw that as a line, where on the chart do you see a historical key level there? There isn't at 862, but this caught it. There is nowhere on the chart that you could be like, oh, we had a support at, or I don't know, call it a resistance at 977, right? And we're pulling that from here. There's nowhere on the chart that you can do that with the rejection that we had just seen. Right here. There was no previous support or resistance right there. And then again, you start to see the ranges of the candle bodies diminish, and volume starts kicking in on the selling. All right, so I'm going to stop jerking myself off here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit to illustrate my original point of how this was one of the most perfect setups. Again, we had a little triple cluster happen, and it went from 770 all the way up to 1450. So all in the meanwhile, as all this is happening, we're now approaching early April. We had back-to-back triple cluster breakouts, right? And then we fell through. And triple cluster breakouts also happen in reverse. So if you have triple clusters going up, you will have them going down. So if you have a triple cluster right below you and you fall below that, you're probably going to keep falling. Another fucking pitch perfect rejection. I'm going to set this to log just so that we can see the chart better. Now here we have like the chart pattern of all chart patterns in terms of everything that we've learned and theorized around here. This is where the cycle started. The idea of it, anyways, the way that everything seems to be repeating. That's where this indicator started from almost, what, 2 years ago now? Year and a half ago? Here we have a macro support kicking in, and it was respected. We also have a spring right here. Another triple cluster breakout forming. Okay, pause. This is May 10th, all right? Look at how this line right here, this thing, the blue one, look how it has caught up to where the new trend progressed. And that has become a significant support. Because again, if you put yourself in the context of this chart without thinking of like the whole Wall Street bets thing, yada 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 yada, most people would be like, okay, this thing went from $2.50 all the way up to 20 and a half, got rejected at 14.5, not once but twice. Okay, most people, without the context of everything that was going on at that phase and the cat licking her own asshole, most people would be like, it's time to sell or start to short. Whereas if you had this, it would have been the opposite. It's like it has caught support not once but 3 times on an accumulation line. And if you have taken the time to dive into Wyckoff schematics and Wyckofian perspectives, you would realize that this is one giant reaccumulation. Now here we have the most pivotal moment. The most pivotal moment. And around this time frame, for me, like I was like the fractal thing was what was keeping my conviction in this. Because I realized that this was starting to look like a repeat of what had happened prior. Head and shoulders. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a great point. Everyone is thinking to themselves, head and shoulders, head and shoulders. I'll never forget that feeling of that day in June. Yeah, man. Yeah. Liquidity trap, rug pull coming. You would think. You would think. Mute? What do you mean? Is Rico still on hold? Yeah, I'm almost done. Okay, so now this is late May. This is May 24th, the day after Memorial Day weekend. Most people would look at this chart and be like, it's time to get out. We had a triple cluster breakout that was seemingly kind of a whiff, right? The breakout started at 11.55 and it went to 14.27, so like 15% gain. Keep Rico on hold. He's a shill cunt. Yes, he is. So, yeah, it's like this doesn't look too great. But in retrospect, you have a support being caught at a macro distribution, and you also have a macro accumulation on top of all of your distributions. Not muted? Oh, thank you. Is there a difference in a distribution triple cluster versus an accumulation triple cluster? There is. I'll discuss that in a bit, because that's something I'm still trying to rationalize. Are you sponsored by Coors? Not yet. Again, this is the 2-hour chart on AMC. So a little double cluster breakout and then catching support at the uppermost cluster or band. Everyone was used to 1450. Like it was a literal meme. Like everyone just kept expecting it to get rejected again and again and again and again. Until it didn't. Gonna feel so good to finally collect the... Yeah, you're telling me. Okay, so that leads us to here. And we had one of the best fucking short squeezes to ever happen. There should have been more to it. You can see that we had another triple cluster forming. It was set to go again. And if anyone has been around since this time frame, which is circa early June, right? I had called for a run to 60. And if it didn't, then I would donate $1,000 to one of Matt Core's charities of choice, which he never, unfortunately, did get back to me on, but I did donate to various things around me locally. That being said, my rationale was the cycle thing, the fractal thing, yada, 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 yada. This is what I was seeing in my own way without the indicator. I had to write this to show people what I was thinking, and this is exactly it. This is one of the mathematical approaches. So you can see we had this triple cluster ready, right? We had another support kick in. And this was supposed to be the run to 60. I think we got stopped out at like 54. Was that it right here? I think that was it. No. Which one was it? It was this. Yeah. 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 Yep, that was it. And that was supposed to be a triple cluster breakout. Again, I didn't have this tool. I hadn't made this yet back then. But in my head and the way that I was analyzing things, it was like, okay, we're starting to see the same behavior take place relative to previous instances. Yo, Joe Beach, what up, man? So here we have a triple cluster working in reverse, unfortunately. I still believe we should have ran. I think this all has to do with and look into True Demon on this, but it seems to have something to do with abuse of short exempt volume. But we had rejections all throughout here. The triple cluster breakout was muffled. We also, like, this is what I'm talking about. Look at these. Look at the way it was catching here. This is not manual. These are not drawings that I have made. This is a script that I programmed. This is going to be part of retail getting their sucker punch in. This is like one of the best things that I've ever seen, let alone made. Remember when Astro slept on camera and we were trying to wake him up? Oh, dude, that was so much fun. And I got so much shit for it. People were like, so butthurt about it. But it like, if you go on Twitch TV at all, that's like, is such a common thing. It was a nice Poseidon thing, actually. And then look again. Look at the fucking look at the fucking goddamn supports. Where on this fucking chart? I forgot I'm streaming on Twitch too. No one report me. Like where on this chart do you see supports for here? Fuck. Or supports here? Nowhere in the fucking history of this chart do you have historical supports. Look how clean this is. Fuck my face. And fuck the chat. Look at this. Look how clean that is. Look how clean that is. Look at this. The triple cluster. Fuck. Nowhere else. Anywhere. Oh, and look at that fucking pitch perfect rejection too. 2 times. Okay, let's keep going. Get Rico back on in a second. So anywho, let's speed up to where we are now. we had a triple cluster breakout in reverse. Right here. And funnily enough, this is where AMC officially entered into its own reaccumulation after a handful of redistributions. Rico be like, my minutes, bro. Call me after 9. So anyhow, let's oh, one last point. The breakout we had in March was a triple cluster of accumulation. We went from 1350 all the way up to 35, right? Thanks for the 2021 history lesson. Yes, sir. That was just a triple cluster breakout from the accumulation side. And now here we are again, about to have the same thing happen. Oh, I've been downloading updates this entire time. That's probably why I was lagging. Okay, so now look where we're at. Look where we're at. Ladies and gentlemen, look where we're at. Let's get Rico on this bitch. He hung up. This motherfucker. Hello, caller.
Yeah, what's up?
How you
Hold
doing? How you doing, man?
Hey, can you hold on one sec? I'll be right back.
I hate you.
What's up? You still streaming or not?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you watching?
I was for a second. Let me go back.
Yeah.
See that?
Check this
ugly-
shit out. Check this shit out.
Fucking ugly face. Hold on.
I hate you.
Why aren't you in my homepage?
That's a great question. I'm probably being shadow banned.
Oh no. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay. What's up? Oh, by the way, GME was at 129, and within 5 minutes, I told my Discord it's gonna go to 130. Did you catch that that push up?
Hold
The
on.
boner
Are you still
candles?
watching the stream? You got to see this shit. Are you still watching the stream?
Here's...
Okay.
Dude, you told me to play Valorant, and I downloaded it, and then I just played fucking CS:GO by myself. Fucking asshole.
I normally love CS:GO, but Valorant has taken my heart somehow.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's so much fun. Okay, so this is GameStop on the weekly. Were you listening to my little TED talk about the Wyckoff sniper?
yeah.
Okay, so you understand the significance of a triple cluster breakout and
Mhm.
how the higher the time frame, the more important, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about like Bam's main daddy and the Nimoy, like triple
No.
clusters?
The Wyckoff sniper is also has that effect.
Oh, word.
Right. So you're looking at the stream, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. This is the weekly chart of GameStop.
Okay.
Okay, look where the distribution lines are at.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is a triple cluster on the weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now look what happened in January. What did we have?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, currently we have a tighter cluster.
It's so tight.
So fucking tight.
So tight.
So tight. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm with you, man. I think it's a volatility zone.
Wait, my
and,
son was number 5 in the region for a while in Valorant. Can your son carry me?
and me. Can he carry two degenerates at once? Fuck, man. Yeah, so like March run up on AMC, this could go quicker, but there's definitely going to be some shakeouts. But I got my eyes set on that 40 zone. I'm not really going to push too much after that because if you're following an accumulation schematic, you need a backup LPS.
Okay, just look at Amy though.
I
Oh
know,
fuck.
brother.
Oh fuck. I have too much shit up here.
Look at Amy. What the
Oh
fuck is
fuck.
that?
Oh fuck.
My
Oh fuck. Oh
fucking.
fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! I don't know what
fuck.
I'm doing.
So Amy on the weekly has bounced off of accumulation not once but 6 fucking times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6.
Funny. Yeah.
On the daily. On the daily, she has just broken out of accumulation.
Baby, baby.
What
Yeah,
the
man.
fuck is that spaghetti? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it looks fucking it looks nice, dude.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. I think I talked to this kid. His name's Rob. He's actually I think he's a financial advisor or something. I don't know. He's got
Yo,
clients,
doctor, send me a
but
screenshot of it.
yeah,
On Twitter.
he's in agreement with a volatility zone. He doesn't know. He has some indicators. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he either says we rip tomorrow, or you have a low volume day and then you rip very hard on Wednesday. So one of the days, I don't know. My guess is you're gonna see negative beta come in because SPY looks like absolute dog water right now.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well,
so
volatility, actually. I made a script for volatility. It's the lowest it's ever been since, actually, no, it's as low as it was back in the run in June.
uh-huh.
Anytime you see a white or a yellow stripe, that means that there's a crossover of some sort, which means that you have expansion.
Oh.
So the daily doesn't have anything. 2-hour does. The 2-hour just had a crossover. And look at that. Look where we're perched, dog. Look where we're fucking perched.
Shit, brother.
Bro,
Oh my.
volatility
Oh.
alert, and we're
Oh.
nuts to nuts with the distribution region.
Yep. That makes sense.
Bro,
So my theory, I know I
when
tweeted this.
Dave, everyone tweet Dave right now. Tell him I'm his dad.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I tweeted I wanted, or I thought SPY would go 375 open or whatever. It's gonna head there. You're
What'd you
probably
say,
gonna see
Alex?
them. I'm saying that it's gonna go. I think it's
Oh, I
going
just didn't hear you.
350.
350.
It's going 350. It could go
Alright.
lower.
Yeah.
But that's probably not gonna happen. Like you won't see a gap fill of 330-ish. I think it's 330 the gap fill until AMC starts pushing back down from this rib.
You still
Yeah,
the stream pulled up?
yeah, I still see it.
Okay. So this is a trick I've been doing. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not. Remember in like algebra 2?
Is that a regression line?
Yes, but remember in like algebra 2 about y equals mx plus b?
Yes.
Okay, so y equals mx plus b is just a fancy term for slope. There's another fancy term for slope called linear regression, which some people think is like this overly glorified term to make them sound smart.
You might have to explain this to chat because they're not very
Whoa!
Sorry, I'm coming.
What do you have to say about that, chat?
I'm coming for blood.
What do you have to say about that, chat?
YouTube chat.
No, we got Twitch in here too, motherfucker.
Oh, Twitch is dope. Twitch is fire. YouTube chat can lick my asshole.
What do you have to say about that, YouTube chat?
I don't care. I'm mod. I'll ban all you.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
oh, you're right. Fuck. Wait, no, you're not. No, you're not. Are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm not.
Because I meant to add you as one.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, just keep going.
Are you a mod though? Because I need to add you. Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Motherfucking, I hate you. Anyhow, let's see. Hey, Astro. I hate you, Aaron. Rico, a bitch. This is true.
Okay.
Where's my... Okay. Okay, so my point with that is if you take the trend, if you take two trends, right? Let's say you have like So I have a macro trend for SPY. Cut me off if you already know this. So I have a macro trend for SPY starting from where it started to fall in January to present, right? And you see that right here. It's this wider trend.
Mm-hmm.
I then have a trend of the past couple sessions worth of recovery, right? Where these intersect is where you have an event take place that decides if it continues or does not, right? So
Yeah.
in high school, they taught you that if you take the slope of two different lines where they intersect, there's a key significance to that. It's like if you take two cars, if you imagine this trend and this trend as two separate cars, where they meet at an intersection determines if the crash is good or not, basically, right?
Mm.
So where those two intersect decides which one is more dominant. These intersect on July 5th.
Ooh. Shit.
So if we take a little bit more of a rigid approach, so instead of a trend that captures both lows and highs, we'll just cut it down the middle. It would actually intersect tomorrow, which means that SPY would have to go from 391 up to 396.5.
Oh shit.
If it gets rejected off of there, it's probably going back down into the channel, which means 360.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's going to 360 just because I have blue chips taking a shit. And I'm actually in take two. I have 12.5 grand in it for 120
What
puts
even is
out
that?
to it's Take Two Interactive, GTA 6 company.
What?
Yeah, so I have 120 puts out to July 15. It's gonna go to $90. Just FYI.
I thought you liked Grand Theft Auto. What the fuck?
I do, but I'm gonna make money off their shit stock. It's not coming out until 2026. This isn't right.
No,
Look
you're
at it.
definitely right. Yeah,
It's in LPSY right now. It's on the edge of falling off a cliff.
I do agree with this.
Just a heads up. Yep. It went from 134 to 127 today. Just a little FYI. So I don't know. I have the charts. I can send them to you on Discord and you can pop them up. Hold on. And then I gotta go watch
Pop
a
'em
show with a
wop.
lady, so I gotta jump off. But this is a free play. Hold on.
While
Fuckers.
you do that, I'm gonna go piss real quick.
Okay.
Fucking take care of chat. I gotta make Stinky actually interact with them, do my job for me. Thanks.
Sure. Let me just bring up the T2 chart. Hold on. Where the fuck do I save my shit? Pictures. Take two. Put play. Stop chat. Fucks. Okay. Let's see. This one. There we go. Then this one. So hopefully it puts this up for you guys can see what I'm playing for take two, because I haven't shut up about it. I think this one's it. Yes. I think. Maybe. Yeah. All right. Well, I sent it to Astro. Maybe he'll bring it up to you guys. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, dude. Company. It's backed by the state of family of lawyers, so you can literally lick my ass. Take Two Interactive. Yes, Take Two Interactive. All right. Well, hopefully, fucking Astro pops this chart up so he can explain it, or I can explain it in time. Thanks, Ian. But yeah, I'm in puts in the overall market, guys. Spamming your put option. You don't have to play it. Anyway, I'm just showing you what I'm in. What show are we watching? I don't know. It's a murder mystery. My girlfriend likes that shit. What date? I'm in July 120 puts for, yeah, July 15th, 120 puts. That's what I'm in. So we'll see. Yeah, so institutions are buying the $20 calls for this week. You can literally just look up the open interest on them. It's available online. Nah, I'm not plugging my Discord, man. This is Astro's stream. Go into his Discord. Look at that sexy.
Are you plugging your Discord, asshole?
No, I literally just said
No, please do that.
I said, look at that fucking Barney t-shirt. It's sexy as fuck. Hold on, let me text my girlfriend. Open up that T2 chart. I mean, you can clearly see the distribution schematic by it. That's great. Hell yeah.
What is that volume indicator? It's called intra bar volume with a dash. I'm in the middle of making my own, actually. Astro jacked? Goddamn right, tell Dave.
Dave's got all like 150 pounds.
1348 is a nice money-making strategy. Been using it for years. Did you have to pay $60 a month for that originally?
90. Can you open up your Discord thing?
Fuck, yeah. Which one?
You don't even have to show it on stream. Just look at the two. I mean, you can if you want. I don't fucking
Yeah, no, I do. I'll do the second one.
I mean, the second one's just showing what the first one is.
Actually, wait, friendly reminder. I do have a script published on TradingView. Wait.
Wait. Oh,
no,
yeah, why
shit.
don't you put up your script on T2 and tell me what you see?
Yeah, I will. Give me a second. I made the 1348 indicator in one line of code.
Is it just a cock?
Yeah, review dork, $60 a month strategy, one line. I have the source on GitHub. Anytime there's a crossover, it has a line. So yeah.
All right,
if you want to spend $60 a month, why not just use one line of code for free? It's open source too on GitHub. Ha! Fucking idiot. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I dig that.
Brandon,
wanna...
yes, go ahead, yeah.
No, you're good.
No, I was just replying to Brandon. I said when Redbox opened up those the derivatives, it was going to distribute into the single digits, and it did. So if you want, put it in TradingView and put your Wyckoff sniper and show me what you got.
Do you want to like explain this real quick? Just like layman's Wyckoff explanation?
The Wyckoff, it's literally just a distribution schematic. So you have your markup up there on the left side. That's your
let me rephrase that for people who don't know about Wyckoff. Would you like to explain the PSY and the BC and the UT?
Yeah, so that's your primary supply on the left side. I'll try real quick, but I do gotta go. Left side primary supply. So you're testing out that. So you see that long-term diagonal uptrend where you find resistance, then you reaccumulate and break out. You're going to mark up to the buying climax. Yeah. Buying climax down to the sell climax. Up, you have a rally from that sign of.
You're lagging.
Oh, sorry. How about now?
I think you're good.
So you see sign of weakness push up.
Yeah.
All right. Look at the volume profile there. That is the most dry volume push up there is, right?
Right. So you mean the volume indicator at the bottom, right?
Yeah, just the regular volume
yeah.
profile. Yeah, there's no volume on that push up from the sign of weakness. So when you go into the sell test, after that, you have your quantitative easing. And
let me riff on that for 1 second. Chat, if you ever see a trend going one way or the other on volume that looks like this, it's waiting to go the other way. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's bad. So yeah, so you have your sell test, and then after that, you just have the market pumping off of just money printing. Everything goes up. If you didn't make money when SPY was just going up every single day, you should probably never trade.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That's one of the biggest regrets I have. I remember watching that thing go from like 280 all the way up to.
If anyone is asking, that's how I made my money.
Right, right. I can't believe that entire time. Like it was all live streamed. Like I would always shit on Spy, and like my retard brain never realized like it's going up every day just by calls.
Yeah,
I
it's
yeah.
literally anytime that you have stimmy checks, just fucking buy. So on that push up from the sell test, obviously in that upper section, you have a brand new distribution schematic. It's smaller. Obviously, it's a micro. That whole thing is up thrust or UTAD, I guess.
Right, right,
You
right.
see what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, so from that the peak of T2, and then to the right of that, you have your last point of support. So you all that up and down movement, that's kind of waterfalling down a
Mhm.
little bit. That's
Yeah.
where you get your sign of weakness. And now, where we bounced off $100, that's the sign of weakness, and we just got to push up to 130, which is retesting the breakdown of the trend line.
Right.
So you are about to eat shit on take two, and then you will bounce off $90. You'll go back up to 120, 130, and then you'll dump harder. So I think the market's going to crash or a big correction sometime in October, November.
Probably September. Like
Yeah,
historically, it's
somewhere in there. I don't
but
know.
yeah.
October, historically, October sucks. So
Right.
yeah.
And by the way, it's got a triple cluster breakout in reverse.
Oh well, there you go. So if
Key
anyone,
level of 127. Yeah, I'll buy puts on this tomorrow.
yes, that's not financial advice, obviously, but
If you take stock picks from a retard who wears a shirt of Barney with commit tax fraud on it, maybe you deserve to lose money.
yeah, yeah. So
Actually, it looks like it wants to rip on the 1 hour though.
it
Rip
does
on the 1 hour
not.
and that no, it does.
not.
Look at this shit.
No,
It's
it
caught
does
support on the
not.
macro
It
UTAD.
does not.
Look at I'm telling you.
It does not.
Rips hits 140, let's call it.
What?
You're effing again.
Are you on the 1 hour, 2 hour? Sorry, it's my
1 hour. Yeah. Look where it bounced. I don't understand why people don't use this as much as I thought they would. Maybe it's because of my shit tier explanation of it. But like, bro.
It's not okay. Make an uptrend from the very bottom of $100 that connects to the touch points there. No.
Do you see this?
It's not gonna rip. It's double topping.
But it's got a triple cluster right here.
It's not. It's gonna fail.
This is like what Amy did in late May.
I don't care because you're
where it
on
hit
the
1450 and then
you're on the right side of a distribution schematic. You're going to dump.
I hate you.
I'm just letting you know.
Let me be right.
No. Okay, zoom out into the daily chart, or zoom out into the weekly, and you will see.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I'm just letting you know now that with all those low volume pushes up, now where you are in LPSY, look at the volume compared to the entire trading range.
Last week was all selling too.
No, you see that increase in volume towards the right side of the schematic? They're offloading back.
It is testing a weekly support. Yeah, that's why it fell so hard back here.
Yes, and this is the low volume pump.
Could that be a spring though?
No, no. This is going to dump.
Fucking Rico and his copium, Jesus.
Uh,
No, I mean like I think it gets one last pump before it goes down. Actually, let's look at something real quick.
okay, look at Baba. Look at Baba.
Wait.
Hurry up, I gotta go.
Hold on, look at this though. Okay, so you see the red gradient behind it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the performance of Spy. If Spy is doing bad, the red intensifies.
Okay.
So it's actually been being bought up since Spy has been doing relatively shitty.
But Spy held its own today, and T2 went down $7.
Okay, let's check the 1 hour then. Fine, I will grant you salvation in your copium.
I'm just okay. But I'm looking for T2 to go to 90, and if it goes to 90, I'm going bullish to 130 in August. I think the whole market in August gets a pump.
I can see that. Yeah, one last pump for the dump.
Yeah. I gotta
What,
go.
you want me to?
Love you.
Okay. I love you too. Fuck you.
Look at Baba and look at the wick before that push down on Baba. You have the same wick.
and then Baba eats major shit.
Is that
It's the same chart.
is that like
China's ahead
China's
of us.
spy? Is
Bob?
Baba China's spy basically?
No, it's like a wholesaler. It's where
what
you
is-
get cheap shit
Yeah,
and
yeah,
sell it on
Alibaba.
Amazon.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
what is China's like? What would be China's S&P?
China #1. I don't know.
Chat, help me.
But yeah, that you look at that same wick before you get that push down. It tests
Yeah.
that trend line. You see the trend line. You see the wick on T2 at 133.54.
I remember what it looked like, but yeah.
Yeah, where the trend line passes 133.54 and also 134.82. Baba has that same wick
Huh.
that tests that trend
Oh,
line.
you check out Charlie's vids. Charlie has been doing a lot of like the China
China
investigating
is
stuff.
ahead of the U.S. markets. They're
Right.
they're at bottom. They're going
Right.
to melt up. Neo's going to 30 something, and then it's going to come back down.
Rico, are you a communist?
No, I just know my shit, and I've been wrong on Amy before, but so has everyone else.
Chat. One, if you think Rico is a communist.
Concha de tu madre. Okay, I gotta go. Love you.
I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for coming
Later,
by.
man. Yeah.
Later, brother. Yo, Two-Timer, what up, man? What was your original name? I feel like you changed your name. What's your script for TradingView listed under? Look up, I think it's Sword of 1,000 Truths. If not, it's Wyckoff Sniper. Check out that Fib Speed Fan, Resistance. Gotcha. I don't know. How do you motherfuckers chart on your phone? I have no idea how you, like, fucking, fuck. I remember everyone's names. I just can't in the fucking moment. Fuck. All of, like, the OGs. Of course, that's a horrible fucking thing to say. I can't remember the OGs' names. But fucking, how do you motherfucker, like, Dave does it. Dave charts on his phone. Fucking, oh my fucking god. TradingView is comprised by hedge funds. What does that have anything to do? Like, why? Why does that matter? It's the same rhetoric as like Fintel. Fintel's current owners used to be like managers at a fund. Yo, Joe, what up, man? Did you see KZR after hours? No, I did not. I'm working on... So I'm automating the Wyckoff Sniper to scan the entire market. I've got it. It's already working. The problem is I'm being throttled by TradingView. So I'm in the middle of getting around that. Colin... Does Colin? Do they all three do it? I know Dave does. STV? What does that mean? Is that a ticker? Holy fuck. What? Is this like a biotech company? Sorry. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, yeah, I mean, here you go. Here's the Wyckoff Sniper at work, ladies and gentlemen. The old cock and ball, and then a literal squeeze. You squeeze the balls. Rejected here. So now you have this little channel, and it finally broke out. Jesus fucking Christ. And again, like we were talking earlier about how, like, if the accumulation bands or either bands are pointed down when they start to find its equilibrium, you typically get a rip. But in the macro, it was starting to even out. 3 cluster, yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited for it. It literally is. I got a screenshot somewhere. It's gonna be so fucking cool, and I'm gonna sell the fuck out of it. Like it's the recon unit. Like, to keep the theme going, it's a recon unit for the entire market. Yeah. This right here. So I just did like a simple like terminal output to give like a pseudo visualization of it. And then the other screenshot was all of the tickers on the NYSE and Nasdaq in the database. I was looking for AMC, but this is the Nasdaq, and AMC is listed on NYSE. So I was like, I did a simple query for anything with AMC in it, and AMCX popped up first, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like 15 minutes later is when like I took these screenshots, and I think like 3 people were like, why is it AMCX? Like they had that like Alex Jones fucking inquisitively aggressive tone to their text, and immediately I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like why do some of these fucking people just draw out the most outlandishly tinfoily fucking hatted market questions about shit? It's so fucking stupid. Oh fuck, Dave's in here. Speak of the devil. Fucking shill. Dave, do you want to hop on Discord? Just remember my name, says Michael Furberry. Is Redbox done? I don't think so. I gotta look at it real quick. I checked it out Friday. No, I had talked about one of the old super followers asked about it, and I said I think we're gonna see a move to $9 and then have it do its thing. Give me a second. Motherfucker. Where did it go? I'm pooping? That doesn't answer the question. Do you want to hop on Discord? Here it is. I've started fucking indexing all of my tweets. Like, there's been nothing more satisfying than the juxtaposing of when there was the pre-Wyckoff sniper era of your boy, and then post-Wyckoff sniper era of your boy. And the reason I say that is because the Wyckoff sniper is like the collective, it's a realized collective work of everything that I have done for the past almost 2 years, right? Like, if you remember back in November of last year, I made an indicator that looked like a spider web, right? Then after that, there was another, like, I think it was volatility related, but was still using the crux of what the spider web one looked like. And then going into mid-March of this year, sorry, you had like the Wyckoff sniper finally debut. And it's literally like I made it so people could see what I've been talking about for the past year and a half, almost 2 years. And so what I've done is I've started indexing all of my calls and any like observations. So when any of these fucking retards go, well, what did you say about this? I thought you bought calls. Like, yeah, I did. And here's where it's at now. And here's where I tweeted about it so that I could position myself for this. And now when you think I'm down because I bought calls here, I'm actually up because I was playing the volatility. Woo! Crazy. Bunch of fucking morons. Yeah, fractal fucker. That's what it was. Ty guy, my guy. Thank you. So here it is. Anywho. Looking for another run this week. Strong close about distribution last week. If we see weakness, I'm looking for a bounce off of $9 as a re-entry. If it doesn't hold there, it could get messy. Right. And this was when? June 21st? June 21st. June 21st. Wait, what? 820. Okay, no. So this one I actually fucked up. Plain and simple, I fucked up. I was looking for another run. The tweet was made. I can actually do this. So yeah, so the tweet was made at this candle. It tried to break out right here, right? So here's the tweet, that candle. Tried to break out, called for $9. It bounced as what looked to be a spring, but looks like it's going even further. So then your nearest support would be right here, approximately. I imagine there's a gap down and open. Something like this is what I would imagine. Like when you tweet at the bottom on Bitcoin, yo, I'm telling you that shit's going back down. I don't give a shit. There's still more bleeding to do on that stupid fucking thing. I love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. I love crypto as an idea. But what nobody fucking realizes, okay, we're going to go into a rant here. What no one realizes about Bitcoin is that it was such a pristine and pure and beautifully rebellious idea up until 2015. In 2015, Bitcoin was officially securitized and backed by treasury notes. That's when you started having actual institutions participate with it. Why does that mean anything? Well, when a security of any sort is securitized, right? When there's an official party and counterparty at the root of it, you're no longer interacting with that particular security on its own. It's like when a coin on, I hate to use a crypto reference here, especially for shit coins, but it's like when a coin that you could only originally buy through like PancakeSwap or SushiSwap goes on an exchange, right? Now you have an actual supply and an official avenue that you can transact. And that ultimately ruins the innocence to that thing, because it's no longer about exchanging one-to-one and through actual mechanics of that particular token. There's an exchange, and you have what are called electronic entries. And that is what happened with Bitcoin in 2015. Same thing with Ethereum. Back in last November, early December, I think, there's been for a while, but there was an options chain on Ethereum that was preventing it from like actually taking off. There were a bunch of calls being sold at like 3,400, I think. My math or my memory is probably serving me wrong on that. But because you had an options chain that was formed and officiated and securitized, like there's no longer actual raw transactions of Ethereum or Bitcoin. It's electronic entries, and maybe once a quarter, maybe a couple times a quarter, you have actual transactions take place to rebalance inventory, but it's no longer that thing. Did you look at SNDL? Yeah, give me a second. I had 5 Bitcoins I got for $1 each forever ago. So Jesus fuck. I have a hard drive somewhere. I'm another very unlucky and unfortunate soul to have a story like this. I have a hard drive somewhere that has at least 3,000 Bitcoin on it. Way back in the day, when I was in high school, I did some programming work. Certain work that could only be paid for in Bitcoin and Litecoin. There was one more, Feathercoin. Unfortunately, Feather never made it anywhere. But yeah. You gotta find that hard drive. Yeah. I also when I was 12 or 13 years old, a very good friend of mine named Tristan, which he might have been on the channel before. just a very good friend of mine. He's always been like an older brother to me. He helped me build my first computer over Skype, going back to like 2012, 2011. And Dan, I don't know if Dan's watching or not, but I was making apps with Dan when I was like 11 or 12, and I think he was 13 or 14. So Dan and Tristan and I were like, we were a triangle friendship, so to speak. But Tristan and Dan started butting heads at one point, and Dan started pursuing school in the Netherlands, blah, 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 blah. Tristan, however, was telling me about Bitcoin, and it caught my interest. And then he started telling me that there's an official ASIC miner. I had no idea what that was. And so he was explaining it to me. Check DMs, got you. And so I convinced my dad. I was like fucking 13. I was like, Dad, there's this thing called Bitcoin, and it's like $13 a coin right now, but it's this anonymous cryptocurrency. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, you can buy stuff anonymously. And he was like, what, like drugs? And I was like, yeah, I guess. But it's decentralized. And he's like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, but it's cool. So there was a company called KNC based out of Switzerland, I think, who were like the first to actually like design and manufacture PCBs and processors for SHA-256 based cryptocurrencies. And it's like it was I don't have anything for reference. Fuck. Think of like 4 microwaves stacked side by side by side by side in a giant rectangle. It was like that big. And there were 4 fans on each side in a push-pull config. And then I don't remember if it was multiple PCBs that all had their own cores with it. But anywho, it was like this giant fucking aluminum box with like, I forget, I think we needed like a 1500 watt power supply, right? I convinced my dad to buy this via wire to this fucking Swiss company. There was like a month and a half that went by. We didn't hear anything from them. We didn't even get like a confirmation. We got one confirmation email. But like I was messaging to them every day from my fucking AOL email. Like, we bought this. It's still not here. What do? Never heard from him. And then the day of my dad being like, all right, it's time to go to the bank and see what we can do about getting our money back, it shows up, right? So I'm like fucking over the moon about it, full pun intended. And I grab the power supply, I run down into the basement, I open it up. This thing's fucking huge, dude. Like, it was so heavy. It was so retardedly fucking set up. But it was a money printer, and I think we mined like 50 or 60. The price started going up as these started hitting the public, because more miners means more coins, which means more supply, blah blah. So I still remember like manually making I forget what the term is for it, but I had to like not weld or not solder, but like I had to like jump cable basically the power supply. There were certain pins on the Mobo power supply cable. I had to jump the circuits to like retrofit it. It was weird. But yeah. We eventually sold it for twice as much. It was fucking crazy. That was my first YOLO at age 13 with my dad's money. What you were trying to explain last year? Wait. You're rich, but not rich. You're right. You're doing this at 13? Yeah. I was really, really, really lucky. Because I at that point, I realized I didn't like school. And school didn't like me. So, like, my way of not only coping with that was primarily what it was coping with knowing that, like, I'm not good at a thing that takes up the majority of my peers' time and what was taking up most of my time. Like coping with that and realizing that you don't fit in because you don't like it and you're not good at it. I constantly sought after something to make up for that as a crutch. And so programming and tech and all of that was my thing. So I was spending a lot of my time online. Thank you. I went to school once. Yeah, no, it was yo, Earl Jones, what up? Been here since inverted beef curtains and descending cock and ball pen. Yo, Kevin, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. School needs a major revamp. Yeah. I was we had to do projects. Fuck, I think it was social studies. Every year. Yo, Randall, what up? The model for me was selling access to my private proxy manager. Wait, what? The model for me was selling access to private proxy to my entire student. Wait, what? Uncle Savage, my fucking man, what up? Yo, Amit, thank you. Good to see you, dude. I still think I'm pronouncing your name wrong after knowing you for a year and a half. School's behind teaching more programming and tech? Oh, you have no idea, dude. So like every year since like when I was in 8th grade until I dropped out. So technically I didn't drop out until the beginning of my senior year. In terms of like grades and actually giving a shit, I definitely dropped out sophomore, maybe late freshman year. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Amit. If there could be a way to use video games or something similar to make school addicting. Yeah, but it comes down to like, it's the same thing with trying to incentivize people to work out. Like no matter how many like gamifications you do, like, oh, you got a new high score of lifting 25 pounds. Like, no one cares, you know? It's hard to make that connection with something that has so much friction to it. You're right, but I had every staff member, every official of any sort trying to do that for me. So anywho, yeah, school was not my thing. And every year going from like 8th grade to when I dropped out, there was always like some...
How much you donate?
Hey chat FYI Brad Pitt is in the Big Short
I
credits.
fucking hate you so much. Thank you. Anyhow, so every year though from about 8th grade to senior year, there was like always a project that was in either social studies or English that it was like the subject was very loose. Like that had to do with society. It'd be like the rubric would call for like a criticism of society currently, why you believe it's a flaw, and then how would you correct it and support your claims. And so I would always pick the educational system. And like in 8th grade, I was like, everything should be on iPads. Every school district should purchase however many iPads, put all their books, all their homework on it, reduce the amount of things students have to carry, reduce the amount of paperwork and clutter and losing shit, and, you know, being able to have accessibility to your teachers maybe, yada, 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 yada. I actually tried paying somebody to make an app that served as like a cloud service for homework because I was always losing mine. I unfortunately got scammed. Yeah, that was freshman year I tried to do that. And then I tried doing it myself, but I wasn't familiar with REST APIs. Don't chew on the cable. Yeah, gone are the days of the Oregon Trail game, timeless classic. I don't think I ever got to play that. I think I was like a year or two after that was a thing, or like was popular. Sure, if you went to the university for computer programming, you'd kill it. But yeah, fuck high school, had a 2 GPA. Yeah, no, it was stupid, dude. The irony is like my friends who went on to do anything programming or like even Excel related in their undergraduate classes, were going to me. Like, I won't name names or like references just to protect the integrity of their fucking diplomas, but I have earned so many college fucking degrees indirectly because of people like, yeah, my professor didn't really teach us this. They just kind of skimmed through it on the projector and then told us to go to this lecture from like 2015, and it didn't make sense. Now here I am, the paper where the assignment is due in like 8 hours, and probably Dave, yeah. Possible price target on Amy for the next run-up. Let's take a look. I think Dave left, so I can't fucking break the news to him on Bitcoin, but we've had a clear rejection on the daily, as you can see, and we are further exploring downward. Suck my balls, Dave. The Wyckoff sniper has spoken. Not one, but 2 rejections on the daily. You're able to blaze a trail for them. I suck at taking compliments, so I guess. Where's the GME and BBIG dividends taking place? So the BBIG dividend, I think they ran into technical issues with it, so it's kind of been getting slammed. Earl was asking about SNDL. It could actually have a rip here. It is starting to break out of accumulation. Nearest distribution is at 71 cents, which implies like a 90% run. Let's test the sniper on 125x leverage Bitcoin shorts. Yo, dude. I've been waiting to get my fucking ID updated so I can sign up for one of those levered crypto services. Like, I want to do it so badly. Like, going to the 1 minute on this shit, it's like reading a book. Look at this. It's just channels upon channels. The 5 minute is better for the channel trading. Like this right here. Fucking clear spring. The past couple months have been really simple. Like, you just oscillate between a channel all week, and then going into Monday's open, you dump. And then you find your new base and rinse and repeat. What? No. Oh, fuck, bro. Oh, fuck. Can you send me that link on Twitter? I gotta piss real quick. Review dork is a dickbag? This is true. Glizzy with mustard. Yeah, thank you, Randy. Astro, get off the pot, MFer. I hate you. Yeah, so like, let me clean this up a little bit. So here's a good example. Where the fuck? It's like you have this looming distribution, right? Which is acting as a resistance. And then you continue to have what is a support right here. This is basically going to be walked down. Where's my brush? This is going to continually be walked down to here. There will probably be a spring that takes place. It'll have that random surge of distribution and then get sold off. Good evening, Mr. Pitt. I fucking hate you, Chris. Where can we get the sniper? That sounds bad out of context. Just look up Wyckoff sniper on TradingView. It's under community scripts. Sword of 1,000 Truths right here. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to rip right here just to get out of that accumulation region. Bring in more buyers and then get rejected there. Let's see. Yo, I appreciate you, Chris. Do you think that they're going to catch on to this? The script? I was born in 87. I've been around PCs early 90s and on. Loved them. Made some money. Botting Diablo. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. When I was like 2 or 3 years old, maybe 4, I have this very vague recollection of my older brother and my dad programming a robot arm for a paintball cleaner that they were inventing. And I had walked into the office and I saw them like for some reason like the terminal window like stood out to me. I think I was used to seeing so many like GUI related things, graphical user interfaces. So it caught my attention. And then obviously there's a fucking robot arm moving at my dad and brother's command. And so I have this very, very, very vague recollection of that happening. And my interest was very much piqued for being at the age I was at. Like when you realize that there's something that you can control without actually touching it as a kid. I mean, that's magic. That's magic until you're like doing chemistry experiments in middle school. So that was very, very, very captivating. Oh, price target on the next run up. I'm going to keep this in the background because I want to see it do what I said it was going to do. Right. So the distribution targets on Amy are sitting at 2050, we'll call it, and 25. If we go to the 1 hour, that's on the daily, by the way. On the 1 hour, we've got a runway up to 1975. Probably going to stall out at 1650 or 1680 and reaccumulate and then go for that 1972 target. On the weekly, however, we got the Bitcoin call right, except I didn't realize there was another There was a nearer accumulation line. Yeah, there it goes. If it catches support here, it might go up to there. I'd say probably 19.5. If it does the move that we're looking for, like if it does the if it has the action that we all know and love of it like jumping up throughout the week, I think 19.5 by end of week is very realistic. If it continues that going into next, you can definitely see the mid 20s again, particularly at what is this? 26.5, and then 30 would be right after that. And what's funny is you can actually see Fibonacci levels taking place based on what the sniper is reading, and that's because the sniper literally reacts and adapts to what the chart is doing, because it's that fucking good. Oh yeah, bro, appreciate the read. I can definitely see into the ideas you see. I've always look at shit. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. It's all about being curious. Always about curiosity. Astro, how do you personally find plays before they happen? Stock trainer. I like to use I can't remember the website, but there's a bunch of services out there that monitor like Wall Street Bets and FinTwit, and it tracks like any new activity for a particular ticker. True Demon, if you're not familiar with him, you should definitely check him out. Also has his own little custom screener that relates to short exempt volume. And then as of recent, I've been working on so like the Wyckoff sniper you see, I'm scanning all of the stocks on every exchange for these particular levels. So I'll check for like, if I'm looking to go long on something, I'll look for stocks with an RSI below 40, and then also check to see if the nearest accumulation or distribution is within like a 1 to 2% move. If I want to go short, if I'm looking for things to short, I will use the same process, but just invert the parameters. So instead of an RSI that's 30, I'll look for an RSI that is, call it 65. And then I'll look to see where like, if that same stock is within like a 1 to 2% move down of a distribution line, then that would pass through the screener as a short contestant. Is TradingView free? Yeah. It limits what do you call it? The free version gives you up to like 2 or 3 charts and then 3 to 5 indicators. Yeah, I got you, Brendan. Also look into so TradingView also has their own screener service you can use. There's a triple cluster in reverse at work right here. And then FinViz. FinViz is awesome. Actually, way back when, like February of last year, Matt Kors was talking about this. This is like $25 a month. Load, you motherfucker. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So if you have, I think it's Elite. Just went 0.9 in a ranks. Attaboy. Let's see. Yeah, so like here's a good one. Okay, so if you're not familiar with screeners, you can basically why do I suck at explaining such simple shit? So with a stock screener, you have an interface that lets you scan every stock on the market with particular filters. So like this one, everything is set to default except for the short interest, which is anything with more than 30% short interest. If the relative volume is over one standard deviation, and then if the shares outstanding is less than 50. So I'm looking for stocks with a low float and high short interest. I also want them to be companies within the U.S. and I want them to be I want them to have options, right? So that returns this. So we have Verve, which it then lets you preview like what the chart looks like. You can also scan for like there's a bunch of different things. Target price, next earnings date, average volume. Then you have the technicals over here, so you can oh fuck. I fucked that up. No, I'm sorry, the filters. To navigate the filters, it's along here. So if I go to the technical filters, I can look at like, I want to see stocks that match the short interest being over 30% and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I also want to see like anything that was plus or minus a certain percentage. I can see if it's below a particular moving average. If the volatility is greater than or less than what it typically is, I can filter by RSI levels. It's like Verve. Verve looks pretty, I don't want to say promising, but very interesting. It's like yeah, so I'm going to go long here. I'm literally going to buy this tomorrow. Where the fuck is there we go. There goes Bitcoin. We had it right. I didn't realize there was another local level. The reason why I called here is because I thought this was the lowest. I thought this was the lowest fucking accumulation line. Right here. And there it hit the support. Looks like it might be a spring. It's like a V-shaped recovery here. There's a lot of volume that stepped in. If it gets rejected here, it's going to keep going down. Yeah, so here's Verve. As you can see, triple cluster. There's the V-shaped recovery on Bitcoin, rejection. So it's already up 60% relative to its most recent low. You think having a public indicator available that it could be used against us? I guess I'm asking, can't they use this shit to combat the move? Still learning the algo. Okay, so here's the thing about this is the one this is one of the few things that I dread about like the apes, or like the origins and the mindset of the way that this whole AMC GameStop thing has kind of brought up investors. In life, it is always wise to question good and bad things, but more importantly, validity, right? Think of like a rational level of paranoia. You should always have that, but you should also know how to tune that, right? Like, you don't want to go around everywhere thinking like Alex fucking Jones, right? Like, you don't go to the grocery store, get 2 pounds of apples, you measure it on the scale, and then when you get to the checkout line, they charge you for 2 1/4, and then be like, well, I just looked over there and it said there was 2 pounds and 1/10, and now you're telling me it's 2 pounds and 1/4? What, are you gonna? They got fluoride in here? They're gonna turn the fucking frogs gay too? You know, like, that's not cool. That's not fun. And I'm not ragging on Alex Jones, by the way. It's just he's unfortunately like the person that you reference. for examples like this. So paranoia or like skepticism, it's a good thing as long as you know how to moderate that. The thing about what has happened since January of 21, and in terms of the stock market, yes, we have uncovered a lot of fraud. We have uncovered a lot of really fucked up things that go on behind closed doors and in the plumbing of Wall Street. All right? That's for certain. The problem, however, is it has, like, it's been something that has enabled people who identify. It has enabled people who have crafted their identity around being the skeptic. So people who think of like, and I'm gonna get memed for this reference. Yo, Boomstick, what up, man? So people who think of like, fuck, what was his name? Who was Brad Pitt's character in The Big Short? Ben Rickard? Yeah, Ben Rickard. Think of people like Ben Rickard, but without the fact that they've become like billionaires who live their lives in the mountains of Colorado now, or whatever it is, right? Like Ben Rickard had something to show for his skepticism, and he had Mr. Pitt. Fuck you, Chris. Ben Rickard had like a track record, and it's not that you can't not be skeptic if you don't have anything to show for it, but like it's like, God, I'm traveling some really treacherous analogies here. Fuck it. People who hear a loud noise and overreact all the time, despite them not being to any major battlefield. It'd be like that. Like you hear a car door shut, and then your hypochondriac, overreactive friend is like, "Oh fuck, they're in the trees." And it's like, no, you're 19. You just got out of high school, and you're talking like a Vietnam veteran. Stop it, right? That level of absurdism and reaction is the same that you're seeing with how some people react to modern means of acquiring information about the market. There is like the Fintel thing. Someone came up, they did the research, they found out that the current owners of Fintel used to be fund managers, I think. some considerably ranked member of a fund, okay? The way that Ape Twit reacted, as in like most apes on Twitter, the way that the Ape Twit reacted was like an outright not only boycott against Fintel, but also called for like torches and pitchforks against Fintel. The reason why I'm making a point out of this is because there are instances, yes, that you should question. Yes, there are instances that you should denounce a particular piece of information because you have questions regarding the integrity of the author. But that does not mean that you go around everywhere thinking that there is outright... My brain is stuttering. TLDR. It's okay to be skeptical. No, I'll do you one even better. It's a quote by Samuel Clemens, aka Mark Twain. Be open-minded, but not so open-minded that your brains fall out. And it goes the same for skepticism. All right? So get back to your original question. And by the way, here's the pixel perfect rejection off of the accumulation band. Bitcoin on the 1 minute. So to get back to your original question of couldn't they use this against retail, right? Now, the way that this thing works, it's twofold. The answer is no. Now, the way this thing works is... Oh, there's another one. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? So the answer is no. There's two prongs to that answer. First one being, and without giving away like the secret sauce to this is always adjusting to what the chart is doing. Now, every indicator does that to some extent. And there's the fucking pixel perfect support. Jesus fucking Christ. Now to an extent, you can say that about every indicator. Anything with a rolling mechanic to it, you can say is constantly adjusting. Like a moving average is constantly adjusting because you're calculating on a rolling window. But when I say that this is always adjusting, I mean that it's monitoring pivotal events and tracking that historically. So like we're looking for where the highest highs and lowest lows happen, particularly in Wyckoff schematics on the chart. So we're constantly looking for where UTADs and springs happen. But then we're factoring that historically and aggregating it with a current and forward-looking approach. So there's this dichotomy of referencing historical events and then trying to factor current events to look forward. What color Lambo are you getting? I don't fucking know. Okay, so why does that mean anything? Well, if I'm chasing you through a forest, I've got a hockey mask and a fucking hatchet, right? Or a machete. If I'm going by your footprints, no matter where you run, you will leave footprints. What you run on will leave different signatures. To machetes and to hatchets. So if you're running through snow, it's going to be really easy to track you. If you're running through leaves, I guess, right? Something that doesn't quite leave an obvious signature, I might have trouble. But if you're originally running through snow, and then you run across leaves, and then on the other side of those leaves is more snow, well, that's a pretty simple interpolation, right? I know you started here in the snow and you ended here in the snow. What you did in between on the leaves, I don't know. I don't know how long you ran in the leaves, right? You could, for all I fucking know, for as long as I didn't know where you were at, you could have just been running back and forth on the trail of leaves. All I know is that you started here and ended here. Now, there's a common, not prompt, someone I'm sure with more background in this subject can answer this for me. There's a better word for it. There's a common, like fundamental theorem or problem in the physics world that has to do with this. It kind of gets tangled up with like superposition and entanglement. But if I know a particle starts here and then ends here, I know that it traveled from A to B, but I don't know what it did in between. Right? There's this undefined area. So to go back to the example of chasing you through the forest, no matter if you change your shoes out or if you start running on one leg, I don't know. There are deductions that I can make on my behalf to know that that is you and that I know where you're going. If I also know that you weigh a particular amount of weight, I also know that you might be short of breath because of your weight, or you might be more fit and you can run longer. Okay? I can assume, based on like average lengths of a trail, right? If you're running, you're going to have a wider distance between one foot and the other, which implies you're running. Whereas if you have a tighter spread between your footsteps, you're probably walking. So if I see that you were running into that first line of, or first piece of snow by looking at the distance between your footsteps, I can assume you're running. And if, when you get into the snow, that there is a tighter spread, that means that you're hauling ass to get to the leaves, and then finally when you were done, you started walking away. Okay. What if instead that I know that you run an average distance to take a breath, right? You run, call it a mile, then you slow down, and then you speed back up. If you run a full mile into on the snow into the leaves, if I then see that you're still running after you go across the leaves into the next piece of snow, then maybe I can assume that you were taking a break in the leaves. Does that make sense? It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what they do on the chart. It doesn't matter how they change things or whatever. It's constantly observing all of the most important variables. So I hope that made sense. That was kind of a lot. Astro, you talk a lot, but hey, here's some truth to all this BS. Your enemy will never fear you because he doesn't respect you. He doesn't respect you because he doesn't fear you. Fuck these mofos. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I'm bullish on China? Yeah. I am too. Did that stupid fucking analogy kind of make sense? What are you doing, cat? Amen. Many milfs to come. Yeah. I'm bullish on Astro and milfs. YSG. I can't fucking type. Holy fuck. How's DD doing? I actually really like this. DD's fucking moving. Oh Jesus, DD's really gonna move. I wish, no pun intended, that wish would also move. Why is this fucking thing not loading? It's on BGXX Daddy Astro. Is your mom hot? So this looks like a it's a health tech play. The bitrate. Yeah. Yeah, this is only a month old. I'm not sure. This is more about fundamentals, but you do have what looks to be a possible squeeze happening. If it doesn't get out of this, hey, crazy, what up, man? I unfortunately do not have any more nicotine gum. Energy play, definitely dependent on whoever is politically in office. Daily, I think. Some more, I think. It's bouncing off of dish. really well. Rejected off of a... It's currently in distribution, so it's a 50-50. It's literally a coin flip. I don't have here's what we'll do. It's a literal coin flip because it's still in distribution. It's still in distribution and about to be pushed down by another accumulation. So here's what we're going to do. This is not financial advice. Chat, you can call it. I'm going to call tails. Never mind. Short it. Short it. Short it. I'm getting out of here.